Welcome to Project Use It Up Skincare Edition. If you hear some slurpy noises, Huxley has decided to join us today. Maybe I'll put in a little video of her in a little bit here. But we are going over skincare products. So I'm going to start out with my pre-cleansers, which are my oil cleansers as well as my micellar water cleansers. Right now I have 4 different options here. The first one I used up is my Garnier Skin Active Micellar Cleansing Water with Vitamin C. I didn't mind this. I did find that it had a little bit of a sticky residue, so I think I'm on the hunt for something very similar to this, just without that residue, but I did enjoy it. I am going to go out with this one and in with this one. This is the Bioderma Sensibo H2O, the original micellar water. So far this one's good, no complaints. Also doesn't leave a residue, so who knows, maybe it will be the replacement here for this one. We're about, if the bottle is standing upright, we're about here right now. So some pretty good headway already made on there, but I've been using this pretty much every morning, and sometimes when I'm lazy I also use it at night. So that's why we're making good progress on this. The other 2 products I have in here, the first one is the Glow Recipe Papaya Sorbet Enzyme Cleansing Balm, and this is so close to being gone. Like, look at that, so close. Ugh, I wish I just had like a little extra time here, and then this one probably would have been gone for the update. But oh well, we're going to keep this one in, and because I'm so close to being done with this one, I'm going to throw the lid around. But because we're so close to being done on that one, I'm also going to add in the Anua Heartleaf Pore Control Cleansing Oil. I like myself a good cleansing oil. This one's just a little sample size here. So I think we'll be able to empty this one, and I think we'll make some good headway on this one.
Can you say hi to the camera? Can you show me your cute little face? Aww.
Next in my cleanser category, I just have 2. The first one I have is the By Wishtrend Green Tea Enzyme Powder Wash. I really enjoy powder washes. I find that they kind of bring the fun back into washing my face. So far I've been going pretty good with this one. As you can see, we were there before, now we're there. So some pretty good headway, and I think it's because I do find it fun now to wash my face. So really enjoyed this one. Gonna be sad when it's gone, but I do have other powder cleansers, of course. And then the other cleanser I have in here is not what it says it is. This is the Selfless by Hyram. This is the Green Tea Centella Cleanser. The cap broke on mine, so that's why I have it in this pump container. And as well, I enjoy the pump a lot more. So I know they tried to make it eco-friendly, which is why they went with the packaging they did, but I think it makes more sense in this style of packaging. So that's just my 2 cents, and we were there up here before, and now we're down here. So progress is being made on both of them. So on to cleansers, I'm going to be rolling out one, keeping one in, and then adding in a new one. So in the rolling out category, I have this here. This is not what it says it is. It is a purely Franken product. I wouldn't be able to remake this if my life depended on it. I did really enjoy it, which is also another crappy thing about a Franken product because I can't recreate it. So happy to have this one gone, just because I'm happy to have it used up. I'm gonna miss the pump on this one. This actually had a really nice pump consistency, so gonna miss that. But in its place, I'm adding, bye Huxley. I'm adding in this one here. This is the Ample N Centella Calming Shot Toner Pad. I don't like these. I bought these because I was looking for something kind of like after the gym. Maybe I could just have something I could quickly wipe to try and like refreshen myself up, but these are supposed to be more soothing and calming, kind of like the name suggests. I don't know what I was thinking when I bought them. So these are the ones that you kind of use more as like the mask on your face, where they even have a cutout around the eye. You might be able to see it has like a little ring shape there, and that's meant so you can use it as a mask as well as a toner pad. So I'm going to add these ones in, try and get some good uses out of them. I have already used a couple times as a mask, so you know, progress is being made slowly and surely. And then the last thing I have in here is another Franken product. This is the Hylamide Sub-Q Mist. It also has a little bit of the Laneige Cream Skin in here, and then there's one other thing that I can't remember at the moment. But I really enjoy this. The only problem is I find the spray a little too forceful, so when you spray it on, it kind of goes in clumps and it kind of hits you really hard. So I wish it was a little bit nicer of a spray, but otherwise I enjoy the product itself, so we're definitely going to use this up. As for serums, I'm going to be rolling 2 out and bringing 1 in. The 2 I'm rolling out are these 2 here. The first one is the Mixsoon Bean Essence. I didn't like this product. I heard so many raves about this and I was so excited to try it. I ended up actually getting it for free because I bought a sunscreen, sorry. So like was really super excited to try it, but it's just, I don't know what it was. Like, I didn't find it hydrating, didn't find it calming. It said it also had a little bit of exfoliating property to it. I also found that it didn't do that for me. I found that it really did not much at all, except for get stuck in my little baby hairs, and then the only way to get it out was to pull it out. Like, I couldn't wash them off. So all in all, this was not an enjoyable experience. I'm also rolling out the I shouldn't say really rolling out, they're used up, but rolling out the CeraVe Skin Renewing Vitamin C Serum. This I did really enjoy. It's one of those products though that once you open it, you have to use it. Otherwise it oxidizes fairly quickly. I found that I did so good throughout the whole thing, and then my last use was oxidized, which, you know, quite honestly, like, I'm pretty much done. So it's like, I'm not too upset, but it's just heads up, one of those products that you do have to use up right away. The product that I'm rolling in is the Minimalist Vitamin C, Vitamin E, and Ferulic 16%. I've heard so many good things about this brand. I've been told that they're similar to The Ordinary, but yet different. So I'm super excited to try this one. And the couple of times that I've tried it so far, it has that classic kind of hot dog kind of scented water for the serum. So, but so far so good. I don't have any complaints about it. It's been enjoyable. So yeah, those are my two that I'm rolling out and the one that I'm bringing in. Next category I have is my facial moisturizers. So last time I updated you, I said I was focusing in on these two here. This is the Bioma Gel Cream, moisturizing gel cream, sorry, and then moisturizing rich cream. I was trying to use the gel cream up for the summer, and I thought I only had a tiny little bit left. Turns out I had way more than I anticipated. I severely underestimated how much I had, but I can happily say that I did end up using this one up, and I used it up in the summertime like I had wanted to, so that's exciting. So now I'm focusing on this one here, which is the Bioma Moisturizing Rich Cream. So far so good, no complaints. All I know is that I'm not going to pretend that I know exactly where I am here because I can't see it, and we all know how well I did last time. So we still got a fair ways to go. It's pretty heavy, so definitely got a fair way to go. And then the other one that I'm going to add in is the Sol 1988. This is their retinol liposome with fermented bean. I did end up getting some tretinoin, so I thought might start using some retinol on my face, and like retinol on my face to kind of like warm it up to the idea of tretinoin, and then I'll go in with my tretinoin afterwards. So that's why this one's in here, and it's also nice because I can use this one to kind of do a retinol sandwich when the time comes. So overall, happy with how progress is going on my moisturizers. The only sad thing about my sunscreen update is that my mark on my Marianne May stick rubbed off. Last time I was kind of chatting, I didn't have any uses on it, and then I actually got some fairly good uses out of it, and now I don't know how much I actually ended up using, so that's a little bit disappointing. But anyways, I did end up using the ALB Lab, or APLB, sorry, their collagen EGF peptide sunscreen. I would say nice and lightweight. I've got no complaints about it, nothing good to say, nothing bad to say. However, the last couple of times I did use it, I found that my face went a little bit oily. However, we are a change in the season right now, so like it's possible that it was related to that. So that's the only thing I would kind of like keep my mind on, is just that my face did get oily the last couple of times I used this, but it didn't every other time, so I don't know what's going on. Then the four that I still have in here, this one is upside down because I measure it upside down, so I wanted to kind of keep it that way so I can see roughly where we are. But the first one is my Marianne May Sunstick. This is literally all I have left. I can turn this up. But yeah, this is all I have left. It's not going any higher in than that, so that's super exciting. I used this a couple of times the last week, so got some good use out of that one. Next is the Dermabee Everyday Sunstick. This one I used on my arms, and now that it's kind of the fall season, I'm a little bit worried that I'm going to be going through this a lot slower, but you know what? We'll deal with it as it goes. So made some good progress on it in the summertime, but now we're definitely going to be slowing down. The one that I'm trying to use up, and I just can't seem to get to the bottom of it, even though it sounds pretty empty, this is the Abib Hartley Sun Essence. I've been working so hard to try and get this one done, and I don't know what it is. It's just hanging on in there. So I guess if you want a product that never ends, this seems to be a good option. And then the one that I like the most, this is the Madagascar this is Skin 1004, the Madagascar Centella Airfit Sun Cream Plus. If only they could make shorter names, that would be nicer. I really enjoy this one just because of the way it sits on my skin. It has a bit of a mattifying effect, but it also has like a nice kind of soothingness to it, and it also has a very slight tint to it. But for me, I got to be careful with tints because I'm the color of a tan piece of paper. So the tint on this one is just enough to kind of like even things out a little bit. So I really enjoy that one. So yeah, used up the one, and then I still have the 4 in here to continue working on. I'm going to change up the order of things here. I'm just going to go straight into my lip balm and leave my sheet mask for last. I am super excited about this, disappointed about this, frustrated about this. This just never seems to end. This is the Too Faced Hangover Pillow Balm Lip Treatment in Banana, and I have been using this religiously, and for whatever reason, like there's still stuff to be like scraped off the side here, you can see, but it's like I can move it around. There's like not much left in here, but it's just like it won't quit. I don't know, like I should be happy that I'm getting like a bang for my buck on this, but it's just like I just want the excitement of being able to say that I used up my lip treatment, and so far I can't say that because this thing is holding strong and I've gotten so many uses out of it. But yeah, that's my lip treatment that just won't quit. So to start my mask category off, I'm going to say I did end up using one of these DIY sheet masks. I ended up putting it into the toner pads that I mentioned earlier, these ones here, and I tried to suck up some of the liquid. So I did use one to do that. Then the other thing that I'm quite happy about is I used 7 of them, I think. Yeah, 7 of the Hydrogel eye patches, the green tea eye patches. Super excited to get some good use out of these. I'm going to be sad when they go just because I don't really want to repurchase them from how long it kind of took me to get through them. But super excited to have finally gotten through a good bit of them. We were house sitting and I decided I was going to do an eye mask every night, or almost every night. So that's why I was able to put a good dent in them. However, I still have all of this here for sheet mask. So my goal is to use 5 of these up. These are the DIY ones here. So I would like to use 5. I think maybe a couple more of these ones, maybe like 5 or so more of these ones. And then my goal is to eventually just use all of these up. Like, I want them gone. So that is my update for Project Use It Up Skincare Edition. Thank you for checking in with me. If you're using up anything for skincare right now, please let me know. Otherwise, it was good seeing you guys, and I will see you in the next one, which will be body care. Until then, bye for now.